There's a woman sitting alone at table 7 in the cafe that never really closes. A cigarette burning slowly in her hand, while midnight leans against the windows. The waiter already knows her order: black coffee, no sugar. The kind of sadness that becomes routine after enough years. Outside, buses sigh through rainy streets, neon reflections trembling in puddles. And somewhere in the corner, an old jukebox plays a song about leaving. She keeps staring at the empty chair across from her, like memory might still arrive late, like love could walk back through the door someday, apologizing softly for time. Loneliness doesn't always look tragic. Sometimes it looks elegant, quiet, well-dressed, and unbearably tired. And the woman at table 7 tonight looked exactly how heartbreak ages. Beautiful, fragile, still holding herself together in public. I couldn't stop watching her silhouette beneath the dim cafe light, thinking maybe every lonely person eventually recognizes themselves in another. She touched the rim of her coffee cup slowly, like someone remembering a hand. And when she finally smiled at something distant, it nearly broke my heart. The bartender turned the music lower, chairs scraping softly against the floor, while the city outside kept moving without asking who got left behind. The young couple rushed in from the rain, laughing, carrying too much future in their eyes. And suddenly the whole room felt divided between beginnings and survivors. Maybe grief becomes gentler with age, not smaller, not lighter, just more familiar to carry. Like an old winter coat, heavy at first, then strangely comforting against the coldness of the world. As the rain softened outside, and for a moment before she disappeared, she looked almost peaceful somehow, like she had finally made room for both memory and tomorrow. Near dawn, the cafe lights dim low. Streets turn pale blue with morning, and the empty chair at table 7 stayed quietly facing the door. There's an old cigarette machine still glowing in the corner of the bar, like something forgotten by time, too stubborn to disappear. The bartender wiped the counter slowly, while a tired saxophone filled the room. Outside, rain painted silver lines across the empty avenue. I came here because the apartment felt too quiet, because memory gets louder after midnight, because some nights loneliness needs witnesses, even if they're strangers. At the end of the bar, a woman in red lipstick laughed too hard, like she was trying to outrun something heavy inside her chest. Everyone carries heartbreak differently. Some drown it in music, some bury it in work, and some sit beneath dim lights, pretending they're fine. And the cigarette machine at the bar tonight looked exactly how missing you feels. Old-fashioned, flickering, still glowing for no good reason. I watched smoke rise toward the ceiling, like prayers nobody expected to answer. And somewhere between the jazz and whiskey, I almost forgave the ending. You used to hate places like this, too sad, too late, too full of people hiding from themselves. But secretly I think you understood them. There's comfort in broken atmospheres, in rooms where no one asked questions, where silence can sit beside you quietly without needing to be fixed. If you walk through that door tonight, I don't think I know who to blame anymore. Time softens anger strangely, until only tenderness survives. And maybe that's the cruel beauty of love. It leaves long before memory does. So the heart keeps reaching for someone already gone. The cigarette machine kept glowing softly long after the music slowed down, and the city outside turned blue with approaching dawn. I sat there finishing cold coffee, listening to glasses clink in the distance, thinking maybe healing isn't moving on. Maybe it's simply learning how to miss someone without disappearing yourself. Near morning, the bartender switched off the neon sign. Chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and I stepped back into the rain, still carrying your name, but lighter now, somehow. The piano bar on Mercer Avenue still stays open past 2 a.m. Blue smoke hanging near the ceiling, like old regrets refusing to leave. I took a seat beside the piano while the woman in velvet sang too softly. The bartender polished empty glasses without looking anyone in the eyes. Outside rain moved down the taxi windows, turning street lights into blurred gold rivers. And somewhere between the low piano chords, I heard the shape of your memory again. You used to love places like this, rooms where sadness sounded beautiful, where strangers carried broken hearts quietly without trying to hide them. Some nights the world feels suspended, neither happy nor destroyed, just full of people surviving gently, one song at a time. And the piano bar on Mercer Avenue tonight felt like standing inside an old photograph. Soft shadows, amber light, love slowly fading around the edges. I closed my eyes while the singer whispered a melody about leaving too late. And suddenly your absence felt so close, I almost turned to speak to you. A man in a gray suit sat near the back, staring into whiskey without moving, like he'd spent years rehearsing how to live with disappointment elegantly. Meanwhile the piano player kept smiling, even through the saddest songs. The way certain people learn to survive by making beauty from pain. The room smelled like perfume and winter coats, and the last slow hours before morning, when loneliness becomes softer somehow under dim music and tired lights. If you walked through that door tonight, I don't think the story would begin again. Some endings stay finished forever, even when love doesn't. But maybe I'd still save you a seat near the piano and the rain-streaked windows, just to sit quietly beside each other without needing to repair the past. The piano bar on Mercer Avenue slowly emptied, one heartbreak at a time, until only the music remained, floating through the dark like smoke. And somewhere between the final piano note and the silence afterward, I realized healing apartment smells like smoke and winter. Even though I quit last spring, there are still traces of old evenings hiding in everything. Your coat is gone from the hallway, but the shape of it remains. Like the body remembers warmth long after the fire changes. I poured 2 glasses out of habit, then laughed at myself again. Funny how loneliness survives in the smallest human things. No one warns you that heartbreak becomes domestic. It folds laundry beside you, sleeps quietly in your bed. There are ashes in the ashtray tonight, like little pieces of a life we burn through. Not violently, not suddenly, just slowly enough to hurt. And every room still carries a version of your breathing, like the walls themselves haven't accepted that you left. The woman upstairs keeps practicing cello late into the evening dark, and the low sad notes drifting downward sound exactly like memory. I tried dating someone last September. She wore expensive perfume, but all I could think about was how differently you used to say my name. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it settles into objects, into chairs, into shadows, into the silence after midnight. And maybe moving forward means learning to stop touching the wound, just to prove it's still there. There are ashes in the ashtray tonight, and moonlight on the kitchen floor. I stand barefoot in the quiet, listening to the refrigerator hum. And for the first time in a long while, I don't ask for you to come back. I just miss the sound of being known completely. A siren fades somewhere downtown, the building settles into sleep, and the last cigarette burns itself out without anyone watching. There's a payphone standing on the corner, Rain keeps falling through the silence, like the whole night forgot the time. I stopped my car beside the sidewalk just to watch the city breathe. A man in a dark coat crossed the avenue, holding flowers against the wind. For a second I imagined calling you, hearing your voice after all these years. But some numbers stay alive forever, even when nobody answers anymore. Memory is a strange companion. It waits quietly through the day, then returns all at once, when the world grows soft enough to hear it. And the payphone in the rain tonight looked like something left behind by love, lonely, fading, still glowing underneath the storm. I stood there with your name inside me, like an unfinished line in a song, wondering if somewhere in another life we learned how to stay. The diner down the street was closing, chairs turned upside down on tables. A waitress smoked beneath the awning, staring out at passing headlights. I wanted to ask her if heartbreak ever ends, but strangers carry enough already. So I kept walking through the midnight with my hands buried in my coat. Sometimes healing doesn't feel warm, sometimes it feels like standing alone in cold rain at 2 in the morning, realizing you survived what broke you. And maybe surviving is enough, maybe not every love story needs to become happiness to become meaningful. The payphone in the rain kept ringing softly, though no one was standing there. And somehow that felt exactly like the shape of missing you. Not desperate, not ruined, just a quiet ache woven into living, like winter folded into the air. By the time I reached the car again, the rain had almost stopped, and somewhere behind the sleeping city, a pale blue morning slowly arrived. The record store near the river still opens late on Sundays, dust floating through golden light, like time never fully moves there. I stepped inside to escape the rain. The bell above the door rang softly. An old man behind the counter nodded without looking up from his newspaper. Rows of vinyl lined the walls, love songs from forgotten days. on covers carefully, like they carried fragile histories, turning each sleeve over slowly, reading lyrics like prayers. Some places don't belong to the present, they survive quietly outside of time, waiting for lonely people to bring their ghosts back through the door. And the record store near the river tonight felt warmer than my own heart does. Soft static, dim light, old melodies refusing to disappear. I stood there listening to our favorite singer while rain trembled against the windows, thinking maybe love never really leaves, it just changes the rooms where it lives. A teenage boy asked for something romantic. The owner smiled without answering, then handed him a worn-out vinyl. Like heartbreak was part of growing older, I almost laughed at that moment, at how everyone eventually joins this quiet, invisible club of people carrying unfinished love. Outside, headlights slid across the water, silver moving through black waves, and the whole city looked suspended between memory and morning. If I could meet you one last time, I wouldn't try to repair anything. Some songs sound beautiful because they end before the feeling fades. I'd only sit beside you silently one more rainy evening, listening to records spin slowly while the world disappeared outside. The record store near the river emptied slowly, one customer at a time, until only the music remained and the soft hum of fluorescent lights. And somewhere between the final chorus and silence, I finally understood something gentle. Maybe healing begins the moment memory stops fighting reality. When I stepped back into the cold night air, the rain had almost disappeared, and behind me the music kept playing for someone else learning how to let go. I don't feel you like a memory. You're softer than the past, more like something still unfolding, more like something built to last. Not a hurt that keeps on burning, not a dream I have to chase, just a low and tender meaning, still alive in every trace. When the blue comes closer, when the whole world quiets down, I can feel your love return without making any sound. Love still moves in slow light, soft across my heart tonight, like the last glow holding on after almost all is gone. Love still moves in slow light, warm beneath the deepest blue. Even when I close my eyes, it still turns me back to you. I have learned that some emotions only deepen when they slow. They don't leave in broken pieces, they just change the way they glow. There's a grace inside the silence, there's a sweetness in the ache, like your kindness found a home in me that time could never take. No, I don't need forever, no, I don't need one more sign. I just know that when it's quiet, your softness leans into mine. Love still moves in slow light, soft across my heart tonight, like the last glow holding on after almost all is gone. Love still moves in slow light, warm beneath the deepest blue. Even when I close my eyes, it still turns me back to you. Maybe this is how it stays now, not in fire, not in rain, but as something calm and golden, living softly through the pain. Maybe love becomes more beautiful after all the noise is through, not because it asks for nothing, but because it still feels true. Love still moves in slow light, like a song too deep to lose, like a hush that keeps on falling through the dark, through the blue. Love still moves in slow light, and my heart still feels it too. Even when the night lets go, it leaves me close to you. I don't feel you like a memory, you're gentler than the truth. Love still moves in slow light, and it still